Hey, my good people. I'm Rob Pasker, for the Young Realtist Division of NAREB's YRDtv. So, for those that don't know, I'm going to get you familiar. Get familiar now. NAREB is an acronym for the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, the oldest and largest African American real estate trade association in the country, comprised of over 90 local chapters across 35 states. NAREB is the network of black real estate professionals. The Young Realtist Division of NAREB was founded in 1996 with the mission of redefining the real estate culture for tomorrow's leaders by empowering the youth and communities through wealth building, career exposure, mentorship, professional development, and leadership training. With YRD TV, we are excited to have the opportunity to provide unique programming that will highlight and celebrate relevant information, policies, and real-life stories surrounding black real estate in the United States. This is a whole movement. It's a movement. We're pushing the needle of black wealth. We're pushing the needle of black home ownership. And with that being said, it's going to take each and every one of us to push that needle, the synergy that we can create together. So if you're watching right now, let us know that you're watching. Comment. Let us know where you're from. What chapter are you representing? Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Let's get that algorithm working in our favor right now so we can push it forward. So it's going down right now. It's going down right now. And I have a phenomenal leader. She's been raised in real estate. She's been a realtist since day one. She can't even help it. She is the past president of the Cleveland Realtist Association, third vice president-elect for the state of Ohio. She just got an Emerging Leader Award at the National Convention here. I want you all to help me bring in Madam Amber Lewis.
Thank you.
What's going on, Madam? What up?
What a beautiful introduction. I appreciate it.
You like that?
I do. You did phenomenal.
I don't think I did you any justice, honestly. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Well, we appreciate you, taking the time to break bread and drop some jewels on the young realtists out here in the game. So,
yeah,
realtist. Like I said in your intro, you were raised in it. Can you tell us a little bit about your history with NAREB?
Sure. So, back to what you're saying, tried and true realtist, been here for all of my life, I like to say. I am a third generation real estate professional, and even more importantly, I am a third generation realtist. And it's been a family affair. My grandfather was a past president here locally out of Cleveland, and then my uncle and my father both were president for our local chapter Cleveland and then for Ohio. And actually my uncle and my father were president twice. So it's important to build those pipelines, everyone. But after that, then, through the years, it came to me, and hopefully here, in the next, 25 years, maybe we'll have a fourth generation realtist. So.
Yeah. Maybe 25 years, fourth generation. That'd be kind of wild, don't you think?
I think that would be crazy, but I'm up for the challenge. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so given you've seen what your grandfather did, I know a little bit about your history, AJ Lewis and Associates in Cleveland, and you see what your father has done, and not only just professionally, but within the organization. Like, where do you see yourself, or where do you see your impact being in the organization moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's really important to, number one, acknowledge those that came before us. So I'm very cognizant of the shoulders of giants that I stand on, understanding the history and the fight that they had to even allow us to get here, especially even in leadership positions. And then, for myself as a millennial, as a third generation real estate professional, I don't think it's lost on me the importance of the fact that we have to carry this forward, that this organization needs to be of excellence and in safe hands with us. So I have actively taken the charge to make sure that, locally and statewide, I am showing up in excellence, and then from a national level, being very intentional and very committed to ensuring that I can undergird the leaders that are in front of us, even, specifically our YRD president, Madam Wells. So just excited for what's to come.
Absolutely. So I know how active you are within the organization at nearly every level, local, state, and at the national level. And you've seen different styles of leadership in your time, but what do you think makes a good leader? What does that mean to you, good leadership?
So, when you think about leadership, at the end of the day, it's never about you. It's about those that you can bring behind you, right? It shouldn't be lonely at the top because you should be enabling other leaders to grow. Additionally, I think it's about having and being a servant leader, being an inclusive leader. And so, what does that mean? I coach leadership every day. And I think that if you go home and you don't feel like you've poured every ounce of your soul out to that person that is after you, or that person that you're coaching, or that person that you're mentoring, then you need to go back and do some more. Because when we leave here, we should be empty. And that's the way I think about it.
I heard that. So I mean, that's true service. When you say servant leadership, that means true service. And
Absolutely.
I know just as well as you know, as a lot of our leaders know, that this is a volunteer organization, and it
Hmm.
does take that heart of service to not only just be successful in the role, but to make the impacts that we aspire to make as realtists within not just our businesses but within our communities.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that, when we have the end in mind and we have our clients' best interests at heart, everything else takes care of itself. My uncle used to always tell me that, you never put how much you're going to get paid or the money that you're going to make first. When you do good, you'll always do great, and you'll always be paid and compensated for the work that you've served doing. So that should be not top of mind. How you serve and how you sow into others should be, and God and the universe will take care of everything else.
I believe that too. If you lead with your heart, you lead with service. I mean, typically, I believe in working smarter and not harder. But if you lead with service, it'll put you in a position that you want where you want to be. Something that I live by is a quote that really was impactful in my life. Zig Ziglar said, "If you help enough people get to where they want to be, you'll end up where you want to be." But of course, you got to be smart. You have to be discerning.
Yeah.
So, what would you say to people that are maybe new to NAREB that they may, I don't know, it's kind of strange because I feel like in NAREB leaders are called. It's like you're called. There's we need help. We need help, and you don't have to be a
Yeah.
president to be a leader. But what would you say to people that are new to the organization that want to get involved?
Yeah, I mean, I think you made a great point. Leadership comes in all shapes and sizes. Obviously, a lot of us would want to attain to the highest level of leadership, right? So you think about, president of the overall organization. But in order for any president or any of the leaders at the top to be successful, you actually have to have those that are leading the charge and working day to day. Those are the true fearless leaders of the organization. And I would say find a place that you feel like it's within your wheelhouse, right? Um, Stay in your lane and make sure that you can show up in excellence, and then serve with that open heart that you were talking about before. Give your time, understand what the organization needs, and be willing to like roll up your sleeves, because at the end of the day, it's the worker bees that get the work done. And I've always, I think, branded myself and enabled not just this organization, but other organizations that I have led to be successful, because I'm willing to do the work. Right? You don't need just a talking head. You need people who understand at the end of the day what it takes to execute in excellence, and that means that you actually have to understand the inputs into an organization. So start from behind the scenes. understand how to do that well, understand how to lead your own self accordingly, be an accountable leader, and then the rest will take care of itself.
I heard that absolutely. So this is something that I wondered at a point, and
Yeah.
then I hear from people that are new to the organization. They're like, "Are you guys getting paid for this? You get paid to do all of this
Yeah.
work?" You know, no, we don't get paid first and
No.
foremost, because like I said before, this is a volunteer organization. But what would you say to someone that asks that question? How does their service translate to business development?
Yeah, I think that pay comes in all different ways. And I'm sure there's probably people who are like, no, I want the money. Um, but it's almost kind of like karma. And just follow me here, where, sometimes um, you don't necessarily have to get back at individuals, right? Like life actually takes care of people themselves. But that's on the positive side as well. So when you think about the work that you do and, going back to servant leadership, you may not necessarily get a paycheck here tomorrow, but you'll get opportunities that come out of the work that you are doing. Or there may be opportunities for those around you. You may become a connector in many sorts. So I would just say that, you know, don't always look for the money behind it, because the money will come. Look for a space where you can, in turn, make or affect a change. And then once you show up in excellence and you build that brand, people will see what you bring to the table and they'll want more of it, and opportunities and doors will open for you.
Absolutely, and I think that's you said the key word for it's the opportunities, and I don't know who said it, but it's a known fact within our organization that being a realtist, NAREB will get you indoors and at tables that I'm not going to say you couldn't do otherwise, but it would take a long time and be quite
Yeah,
difficult to reach without that
absolutely.
cover of NAREB. So it's not always about the money. Like you said, it's about the karma. I serve because I feel like through this organization, I'm able to fulfill my God given purpose here on earth. And that's one of the
Hmm.
reasons that I pour into the organization in the way that I do, because I mean, I'm literally helping my community elevate, helping to develop my community, provide opportunities for families to empower themselves to create their own opportunities. And there's no greater power than that. I don't think so.
No,
I don't
no,
think so.
like I think what you say is important because, one thing that my father always taught me since I was younger is that people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So when you lead with empathy, when you lead with that servant leadership attitude, when you lead with a open heart, what you'll find is that other individuals are more willing to follow you. There's a difference between being a leader who's charming and can get things done because you have charisma and people like you, right? And having leadership capabilities because you are one of influence and one of, um, someone that people respect, right? And so I would say for the leaders out there that are coming into their own and trying to understand what does successful leadership look like, you don't really care about being liked at the end of the day, right? Because liking comes and goes. You want to be respected and you want to be influential, because that's when you affect change.
Absolutely. So, and it's an ongoing thing,
Yeah.
self development. If you ask me, self development is business development, but leadership, you have to lead
Mm.
ourselves before we can lead others. And so it's an ongoing thing, but I'm grateful for an organization like NARAB to actually give me an arena through which I can sharpen my leadership skills.
Yeah.
Because I definitely am put in positions where, hey, this is what we're going to do. Maybe it hasn't been done
Hmm.
before, but guess what? We're going to do it. We're going to figure it out. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, what does YRD mean to you?
So, I think YRD is kind of one of those things that kind of speaks for itself. To me, it is an ability to, number one, be young at heart. It's not about age, right? It's about the fact that you have a special kind of lane that you can bring excellence from, experience from, and that you want to partner with other like-minded individuals within this organization to take it to the next level. I think of YRD as the future leaders of this organization. I think of YRD as the bridge from the past, right, and the present. And, I think of YRD as a group of individuals that, just want to make sure that we have synergy to make sure that we really are affecting change in our community. I think that, President Wells has done a phenomenal job at creating such a strategy that we can all follow and we can all own all the way down to our individual chapter level. And so at the end of the day, I don't think you can be a Realtist at heart without being a YRD member at heart. I think it's really important to be a part of this family, and it only enables you to be a leader that shows up in excellence, as we've been talking about.
I agree. Madam Wells, she has really done some heavy lifting and put us in position to make impacts within our communities, within our chapters, like you said, and we're grateful for her. We're grateful for her and the work that she's done. And she's only getting started. Yeah, she's only getting started. And we're only getting started.
The best is yet to come, right?
Absolutely. I say that the best is yet to come. So, hey, we appreciate you spending time with us. I mean, because we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. This is what we do.
Yes.
But we'll have to bring you back for some more. Hey, people, stay tuned. Realtist Real Talk podcast coming soon. Amber and I, we did a podcast at the annual convention, and got some good stuff. So stay tuned for that rollout. But with that being said, you got anything else for the people, Amber?
No, I would just say, if you've stumbled across this, become a member. Number one, become a member of the Realtist organization, because we need you. We need you to affect a change. You have God-given gifts that will only take us to the next level. And then number two, become a member of YRD, because we need to leverage that gift. There's a lot of space and a lot of work. We are not gatekeepers of the work. We will parse it out. And we thank you for your service. So the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. With that being said, we appreciate you. Hey, stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button if you've been watching. Go to the website, youngrealtist.org. If you haven't joined, join our mailing list, because we have things coming out all month, and you want to make sure that you're in tune with it and that you're at the cusp of this information, at the cusp of this movement, because we are moving. So with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all here next Monday, 9:00, YRDtv. Be there or be square. All right.